You know, there are a few settings that you should change when you get your S23 or even the S23 Ultra. And I'll talk about 13 very essential changes that you can make to set up your phone to its best potential. The first thing I set up is my lock screen because that is the first thing you see when you turn it on. It should look great, it should show my notifications nicely and help me access the right apps very quickly. To make changes to your lock screen, just long press on it. Now I've chosen a wallpaper that has enough space at the top so I can place like a vertical clock. And I could have gone with like a slim font, something like this, but I chose a bold font just because it's easier to read. And for notifications, you can go for icons only. It's cleaner, but I like to see details on the lock screen and decide whether I want to get into the app or not, and then I can stylize it basis how I want. And for app shortcuts, I've changed the camera to Slack, but you can set it to anything. I use Slack for work mostly, so that's that. And yeah, that is pretty much how I've set up my lock screen. You know, Samsung phones have changed their default setting for always on display to show only when you tap. But I like to see it always. So you could go into lock screen settings, into always on display and shift that to show always. And now every time I have a notification, I can just see it while my phone is kept on the table. Next, I want to make sure that I can unlock my phone in the fastest possible way. And the fastest way to do that is to go into security and privacy, then go into biometrics and remove any fingerprint that you may have. Register again, but register both thumbs at the same time. And then repeat the process once more. Just register both your thumbs. And you're going to be blown away by the speed with which you will now be able to unlock using the fingerprint sensor. It's going to be so fast. Now, once you unlock your phone, you see the home screen. Now, I've placed all my most frequently used apps up front, so it's easy to access. I've got a widget that gives me the date and time and even the sunset time. And a widget that gives me battery levels of all my connected devices. If I go on to the next page, I've got my calendar widget, I've got a Todoist widget, which is basically a list of my to-dos, and the email widget that has all the emails from the email app. I've actually done a very in-depth video explaining how you can set up your Galaxy smartphone. I'll leave a link here in the card, so definitely check it out after this video. Next, I also calibrate my display just a little bit. For this, I go into display settings and then go into font size and style and just reduce that by 1 point. And then I go into screen zoom settings and reduce that all the way down. And just by doing this, I'm able to fit more in one screen and I find that much more efficient. Now, I know a lot of people out there are saying that you can bump up the resolution to the highest level, but guys, in my opinion, the difference is very insignificant, and if you let it stay at FHD+, it rewards you with a bit of extra battery life every day. Now, one of the things that's hugely underestimated and people mostly skip doing is setting it up for security. I mean, what if you lose your phone? Or even worse, it gets stolen? So first, prepare it for theft. For this, go into security and privacy settings, look for Find My Mobile, and make sure you're signed in with your Samsung account for this to work. Turn on remote unlock and send last location. And if you ever lost your phone, you could go to this website and you could actually find your phone. And you know, on this site, not only can you locate your phone, you can also track its movement. You can remotely wipe it, you can remotely unlock it, and you can even ring your phone to try and see where it is. Really cool. And you should also go into offline finding and turn that on. So if in case your phone does lose battery or it gets turned off, other Galaxy users can help you locate your phone. And second, you should set up smart lock. For example, if I'm at home or I'm in my car, I don't need my phone to remain locked. So for this, just look for smart lock in your settings. Once you go in, you can add a trusted place or a trusted device. So a trusted place could be your own office or your home, for example. And if the phone detects that you're inside your house, it's going to remain unlocked. The same thing holds true for trusted devices. It could be your car's Bluetooth, your own earbuds, or even your watch. And as long as they're connected, it's going to remain unlocked. For example, my watch is connected right now. I'll just add it as a trusted device. And because it's connected, my lock screen is not going to prompt me for any password or biometric. It just unlocks right away. It just removes that unnecessary need for unlocking your phone every time. Next, now you know how sometimes you're in bed about to go to sleep, you take out your phone and you reduce the brightness levels, but it's still not low enough. It's not dim enough and it could still bother people around you. There's a fix to that. And so I've configured a very simple 2-finger gesture that reduces the brightness to even further levels. See, by default, you can dim down the screen all the way to this level, but this might not be enough when you're absolutely in a dark room. And every time you don't want to go to the notification shade, look for extra dim, turn it on, it's just taxing. And so a quick gesture like this can really help you turn on extra dim very quickly. To set this up, go into Search Settings and look for Accessibility Buttons or Gesture. Tap that and in Selected Actions, choose Extra Dim. Then go back and make sure that swipe up with 2 fingers from bottom of screen is turned on. That's it. Speaking of brightness, I find it weird that I have to pull down the notification shade twice to access the brightness bar, which I actually use very often. So to fix that, pull down the notification shade, go into the 3 dots, quick panel layout, and under brightness control, set it to show always. And now, even if you swipe down the notification shade just once, you will see the brightness bar all the time. Now, I hate it when screenshots get piled up in my gallery, especially if I've just taken them to share with someone. So to make that happen, go into your quick setting toggles, look for Take Screenshot. Tap on Take Screenshot label and enable this setting that says Delete after sharing from toolbar. And now when I take a screenshot, and if I share with any contact, for example on WhatsApp, and if I go back to my gallery, that screenshot is not there. Now here's an odd behavior. I swipe up, I see the app drawer, swipe down, and I still see the app drawer. And for the notification shade, I have to swipe all the way from the top. Now to fix this, long press on the home screen, go into Settings, and look for this option that says Swipe Down for Notification Panel. Once you do that, swiping up is still the app drawer, but when you swipe down from anywhere, you get the notification shade, and it's so much easier now to call the notification shade. Next, I also like to set up secure folder. It's almost like a personal vault that only you have access to, and you can store your, really private photos, videos, files, even have cloned apps that only you can access in that secure folder. To set up secure folder, you first have to go into Settings and just search for it, okay? Just write secure and you'll see secure folder. Now click on it and you're gonna have to quickly set it up. It's very simple, just follow the steps on screen, just click continue and it'll do its thing. Once it's all done, you'll be able to set up a password and your biometrics to unlock it. And now you can send your files, your photos, your videos into secure folder by just selecting and moving them to secure folder. And now when you go into your secure folder, your files, your photos, videos will be in its own independent file manager or gallery. And only you can access these because you know the pin to the secure folder. And all of these apps, in fact, you can have more apps in your secure folder. And it's almost like a secure version of that app in your phone that no one knows about. And you can set up 2 WhatsApps, 2 Facebook Messengers, 2 Instagram accounts, 2 Gmail accounts. It's amazing, and only you can access them inside the secure folder. And guys, there's a lot that you can do with secure folder. It's almost like your private basement, your own personal world. I've actually done a full video explaining a lot of its features, and I'll leave that video over here. Definitely watch it out after this video. Really helpful. And lastly, long pressing the power key opens up Bixby. So let's fix that. Just open your notification shade, click on the power icon, and then go into side key settings and change the press and hold function to power off menu. There, now it's going to work the way it should, right? The other thing that you can do is configure what happens when you double tap the power button. You can quickly launch the camera or any app of your choice. Anything that you use very frequently, double tap and it's going to open it. Alright, that's pretty much it guys. So these were a few things, I generally do when I get a new Samsung phone, and just thought I'll share it with you just so that you can make the most of your phone. Thanks for watching guys. If this was helpful, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification icon, and definitely mark all. Really helps the channel grow. I'll see you guys in the next one.